Really glad to see the 3-3 brew. I think this hero is definitely underpicked. I expect it to come a little bit back into the meta as TI approaches, and I'm surprised they didn't really see any play at the major. We're hovering over just why. Like, the hero's built for the ultimate, and both the shard and the scepter are just insanely strong at the moment.
Yeah. Last time Tundra did draft this Brewmaster was in the DPC against Team Secret, which they did manage to win that game. And then the 2 other times were from Season 1 against Alliance. So they've picked it up a couple times, but not really recently. And we didn't see a ton of it at the Animajor as well.
Yeah.
So
the big difference here is that they actually have a steroid for their DOTA. I think Alacrity actually just... It's an item, and later on in the game, it's 2 items. You just hand the Medusa.
okay.
It's just so valuable to have, and I think DOTA, more than almost any other carry, really benefits from having damage steroids. Gyrocopter, as an example, is also spread damage, as is Luna, but I prefer them with supports that can add sustain, because their damage output typically isn't the issue. We'll see, though. I'm a big fan of Drow for many reasons. The armor ignoring on marksmanship procs plus a silence can be really devastating against DOTA. And more importantly, you're going to start dealing a ton of structure damage earlier in the game. So if ASL Monaco Gambit, they learned anything from that last game, I want them to take earlier tier 1s, specifically in mid. I think that'll really help them out.
And that is something that AUI was kind of talking about. Oh, man. The top lane, they just Earth Spiked and clapped the creep wave. They didn't hit Drow at all. So I guess this is part of their game plan. They want to shove the creep wave into the Drow as quick as possible. And that, I don't know, that was a little weird. I don't totally understand that, but now they're going to go for the pull, so.
Yeah, it's for the pull. They push and pull. I guess this is just the Tundra way. They want to get lane control. Makes sense. It's much easier to play into the Drow once you have acquired lane control. Maybe snaking in and go for the deny. Courier. Care. It's fine.
Snaking should, in theory, tank the creep wave outside of the tower, but Nyx may not allow him to do that. No, he's going to pull right back in, so he'll get the creep equilibrium to their favor. We got the mid matchup of Lorinoff versus 9 once again, with the Razor this time in the hands of Lorinoff, and 9 is going to be playing that Invoker with an early level of the Exort. I'm not sure if that's about Sunstrike or if that's about him just needing more damage to deal with the Razor.
That's a good point, Cap. I mean, no, it's just an Exort Invoker then, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is a little surprising to me because Quas Wex is very good against the Razor Tide. They have a great setup for it, both supports. My concern is that, as you can see, like, the laning phase isn't really favored for Exort Invoker here. I think Quas Wex does much better. You just cold snap EMP, drain the Razor.
Bada? Did he actually kill Ein here? No, probably not. Afterlife's going to be able to tank up some of the battery assault hits, so just a bit of damage, and just seeing how Gambit do respond. Did you agree with AY? Do you like the matchup of Drow versus Medusa? Because this matchup, in theory, was going to be a little bit different because of the Alacrity that you mentioned, right?
Yeah, this was my favorite thing. You know, back in my day, EG, we're still picking Medusa for our TZ, and I think we only ever beat it with we beat it with Drow twice, but that was like a different kind of Drow, but it's still the same concept.
Okay.
You just later on in the game you outrange. You're gonna get towers earlier, and the silence. I go back to the silence because DOTA, typically it's all about the stone gaze timing, and if you get her post manta, it's such a long silence you can almost completely prevent stone gaze. And marksmanship procs now very effective when you consider how high Medusa's base armor typically goes, and the fact that the hero never really buys any plus armor items.
No, certainly not. This is not a hero that wants to be able to go AC. Fada coming in, early Sunstrike. That might be enough to be able to kill Afterlife here. The helping hand from their mid laner allows them to be able to pick up first blood for Fada. Oh, snaking, copping a bit of damage here. Dream out of mana, though, as a result. They do have the impale going up, and they actually have this kill. Snaking turned around, but is going to kill himself on the spike carapace. And now score even up 1-1.
Yeah, so far so good, really, I think, for both sides. But more, I think Tundra have a pretty huge advantage in this draft if it goes to 20-25 minutes and they're still even. As long as Brew gets ult off, it's pretty game breaking because Razor pre-BKB just gets tossed up into the air, completely negated, can do the same to the Tidehunter. And Invoker, especially with this Midas first item it appears for 9, like, you're just going to outscale. I once again go back to Alacrity. That ability needs a nerf. It is incredibly broken.
Sunstrike, Dream getting very, very low. 33 looks to be able to run him down, hits him with the clap, and yeah, Dream knows he's dead, so he turns around and does as much damage as possible before he inevitably falls. And that's with the creep wave underneath tower, too, so that's going to hurt Dream quite a lot.
Yeah, this is not an ideal lane. Just getting ran at by the Brew, and 3-3 looking a lot more comfortable than he did the previous game on the DK.
Watch that one again. This early Exort Invoker, 2 Sunstrikes that have certainly helped out a lot when it comes to winning the lane. As we finish up this replay, we're going to go back inside the game where Lornoff does manage to run down 9's Invokers. So at least the mid lane is now being won by AS Monaco Gambit.
Yep, it's pretty huge. It's to be expected, though, to be fair. Like, Invoker, you just don't win lane against Razor. He links you off cooldown, has really nice chasing potential, as we just saw there. Gonna watch it. Pretty much just high skill gameplay, link and chase. But well,
33 in a bit of trouble here. Is going to go for the clap, waits for the spike carapace to be able to run around. That was very smart by 33, and as a result, will keep himself alive. Bottom lane, Afterlife, one more hit from Skeeter would do it, but they don't get it. Instead, it's Fada who dies, and Afterlife will healing salve up.
Man, yeah, nothing crazy going down. Still, I want to reiterate, this game for Razor is very difficult to carry. You need a BKB, otherwise you get tornadoed. However, you also kind of need to scale. So he went for the Treads build just for early fighting, but it just feels like he's going to need to just take over. So maybe this is how it starts. Haste Rune, dive.
Big dive as Skeeter. Cogs tries to separate the two of them, but the damage is already done. Skeeter's easily going to get run down, and if anything, Fada may die as well. Outside of the range of the plasma field, but they know where he is, and he's certainly not going to be hiding from Gambit for very long, as, again, Vice Vortex, they have all these vision abilities on the side of Gambit. It's simply not possible for the Clockwork to do anything. 9 is pressuring mid lane in the meantime, though, with the Siege Wagon.
We have not seen this in a long time. Like, I feel like the last time I saw a true Exort Invoker was, remember that OG VP Finals 2017 Kiev Major, where Miracle just went Treads drums and just pushed. Like, it's still somewhat viable. We just always see Quas Wax. And, Brewmaster hit 6, dead Drow.
Yeah, he, maybe if he'd TP'd a little bit sooner, the animation would have prevented the Hurl Boulder from coming out from the Earth Panda fast enough, but sadly, Dream a little bit late on that, so he's going to have to walk out to lane instead.
Saw that. Lornoff, as he TPs in, gives the bottle charge to his next assassin. It's negligible, but it's high skill. Please do that for your supports. Please. We love free
if
bubble
you guys
charges.
can't tell, Kyle is currently playing pubs right now, and he's playing mid lane, so he's
I do that.
really hitting on that point. He is going to show up, though. Lornoff with the 2-man smoke, thanks to Immersion, is going to be able to catch up to 33 here. Awkward little tree place to be, but at the same time, thanks to Immersion, 33 is kept in place long enough, they get the kill.
I mean, Lornoff is playing his Razor as if he's on puck. He's already ganked now both side lanes successfully, and it's necessary. You look at his team's lineup. Tidehunter Drow certainly aren't going to be making moves. I'm a little disappointed Ein hasn't been able to stack as much as I would have hoped. Only the 1 double on Ancients. I love having a bit more there, because as soon as Tide's level 7, you just clear an Ancient stack at no threat. So if he can go up, yeah, he's going to do it. Get that up to 4 or 5, and that's pretty much a free blink or Solar Crest, depending on the route Afterlife wants to go.
Afterlife is going to take a bit of damage here, but obviously a Clockwork at level 4 isn't much of a threat to a Tidehunter, especially since he's got Ring of Health and a Cloak. Now he's got the Hood complete, so that magic damage should never really be much of an issue for him.
I'll take that.
Dream going to start clearing through the triangle. Nine's doing something similar here with his Exort Invoker. With the Hand of Midas early on, it feels like he's going to get to that point of Cataclysm. If they can get the right initiations, like Fada's gameplay is going to be huge. It's going to be hugely impactful thanks to the Cataclysm that is going to be inevitable at this point.
I mean, that's like the Invoker play, right? You just, I think, oh, nice blast. They need a stun.
Immersion is going to come in, throws out. Oh no, he missed snaking. Still trying to burst him down. Does manage to with just the extra hit. Still though, because of the Hex, 9 is able to get away from Lornoff. Lornoff's just going to clear this creep wave and maybe put a bit of damage on the mid.
Yeah. So against Nigma in the later phase of the tournament, teams just banned Invoker first too. And I still don't understand what the counter to Cataclysm is, which almost certainly is what 9 will play for. I like this adaptation because of the aforementioned alacrity, but also because, you know, it's a faster Midas hero. You know, Razor just kind of felt lost in the previous game. It's not like 9 played poorly, but he's a Razor. Like, what was he supposed to build that wins his team a game 40 minutes plus? This time, fast Midas, he is down to clown and just chill out, farm jungle. He's going to look to push mid now with the double Forge and Catapult. Somebody's going to have to address this.
It definitely feels like the shoe is on the other foot here as Lornoff has to be super aggressive now in this game as they're going to be able to find the pickoff on Fada. AS Monaco Gambit as a whole have to be aggressors throughout this game.
It's so tough though, like they're losing 2 towers.
Yeah. Definitely doesn't feel good, and Dream is about to get gone on while they're going to go for Immersion at the same time, blocking him in. Nicely done by 33. The Finger of Death is good enough. Meanwhile, Dream did manage to get away from 9 due to a bit of a whiff there on the Meteor that he threw out.
And they will get a tower and trade, but yeah, I think you have the right read where previously it felt like AS Monaco Gambit had a pretty big strategical edge. This time, I think Tundra are just chilling. You know, the Tidehunter will certainly be a problem, but this time the Brewmaster should give them an equalizer in the team fights. And
again, AUI did say that Drow outscales Medusa going later into the game, but we're kind of thinking because of the Cataclysm Invoker that the late game is going to favor Tundra, right?
Sorry to interrupt you, Cap, but I guess Skeeter may have been watching some NA replays because this Midas Dusa rush 2 games in a row. This is straight out of the Eternal Envy playbook. I don't know any other carry who does this.
Snaking is going to get swept up here as another move from AS Monaco Gambit. They're just trying to move Lornoff from side to side of the map as much as possible. So far, though, they're mostly just getting support kills.
Skeeter, he makes me so nervous, Cap. Because he always farms without Mana Shield on.
Yeah. So if all of a sudden Nyx Assassin were to catch him, he would
he's
just be
dead. There's no sentry there. If Nyx Assassin was just hunting him, he's just dead. What? He knew it was on cooldown.
He's got the game read. Maybe Immersion. I don't know. Maybe they actually showed the Vendetta in that gank up at top lane. I'm not actually sure.
That's true.
So he's just trying to be as efficient as humanly possible, as that's what he's doing with this Hand of Midas. Once again, trying to get that fast level 20 with the Aghanim Scepter, which will mean that they've got some pretty good team fight. And his other heroes are going to scale into the late game very nicely. Like, it looks like in some ways, his 2 other cores are making sure they go late. And Skeeter is making sure that he's going to be able to play the mid-game team fights with an Aghanim Scepter. They've got a sentry out. They're going to be able to catch this Nyx Assassin Immersion. Spike Carapace out. He's going to be able to hit the 2 of them with a follow-up Impale. They're going to be able to run over 9 here. Immersion, hookshot, actually keeping the 2 of them in place, but still, it should be a double kill. I wonder why Lornoff was scared of the Clockwork there. Oh, that was weird. Well, either way, they do manage to get a a good trade-off there, thanks to the Invoker for Nyx.
I mean, I want to. Lorinov is playing about as well as you can ask for a Razor in this game. I think his item builds as well. We were discussing it. He needs a BKB, but how will he scale? Well, he has the BKB, and scaling, I guess, will just come down to winning every single fight from here on out. And I wish him luck. It is a tough challenge. Top net worth, but you know, against double Midas cores. Sorry, triple Midas. Oh my, that's not S4. That's 3-3. They have 3 Midases. So when you see 3 Midases on one team and a BKB on the other, game is very simple. Team with BKB must fight, must win all fights, must take Roche, must kill towers, and must utterly dominate. So they start off with the smoke, but they need core kills. This is a big ask. And he's going Midas next.
Sadly, they're moving to the wrong side of the map as they do have this ward, so they're smoking to their vision. They're going to smoke into the triangle, knowing they can get onto the hop of the high ground, and now they're going to wrap inwards here. Problem is, mid-tier 1 tower is still up. A successful scan and the Clockwork Flare should show that Tundra, AS Monaco Gambit is smoked up here. So they're actually going to smoke on the side of Tundra themselves, get themselves positioned onto the triangle as well. And we'll see what comes of this mirrored situation here.
I mean, I'll just tell you, Cap, if they don't get this mid tower with this push, it'll take a little while, but Tundra are going to walk to a win. Like, they are not going to take any fight that isn't on their terms, and they have brew split. So worst case scenario, they'll likely just create a spot.
Oh, look at that. That's so smart. 33 pulls the creep. You said they have to be able to take this mid tower with this push, and 33 recognizing that pulls the creep wave down the river, and hopefully somebody with a Midas will show up and just kill the siege wagon, or he'll just keep it out of that tier 1 tower range entirely.
Oh, that would be so sick. If he drags the wave to his Invoker for the Midas on the siege wagon.
Yeah.
That
Medusa
would be
has the
insane.
Midas coming up. Oh,
got aggroed over. Skeeter, he's losing efficiency. They don't have enough creeps in the jungle to Midas properly. Okay, they'll grab one from the hard camp. Where did Invoker use his Midas? Also on that same hard camp. Okay, that's really good teamwork from the side of Tundra.
Yeah, and it definitely feels like Tundra, they made a read after game 1. They're saying like, okay, AS Monaco Gambit looks best if the pressure is not put on them to make plays. There's the Hand of Midas on a siege wagon.
Oh.
Hey, that's the value of Hand of Midases, you know. Immersion gonna be caught as we jump back inside the game. They're gonna be able to get the hook shot into Cogs. A free kill for sure, but Lorinov is gonna be able to follow this up. Already getting a kill on a Snake King. Fa's gonna fall right behind him. Double kill from Lorinov.
We'll say this is the kind of game where young squads like AS Monaco Gambit struggle, because you're playing against a team that is not interested in combat. It's shenanigans and scaling. So to close this, it's sort of like when you play against Tinker in a way. You need to play aggressively but with balance, because when you're going into a brew specifically, you can't dive too deep. Lorinov has to be really cautious about aggressive uses of the BKB, because if he dives in too long, like he's hooked, there's a line with Finger, the brew split could isolate him from his team. It's a very tough game, and this mid tower is not taking damage, Cap.
Do you think he has the right idea? Like you said, with balance, right? And part of the balance is making sure that you do scale into late game. So in a way, it means this Hand of Midas, it looks kind of funky, but it may be just exactly what he needs, right? Is Fada should die here, no problem.
Fada trapped himself.
Another trial.
Yeah. He missed the hook shot on his allies, so, you know.
It's honestly, it's easier to hit hooks on enemies than allies.
Yeah.
100%.
So yeah, do you agree with this Hand of Midas for the Razor?
I don't mind it, because I don't know what else you can really get as a scaling item for Razor, right? Clearing creeps faster. You're not a Maelstrom hero. You're not a Radiance hero. So if you're just trying to hard scale, Midas is really your best option.
And because of his maxed out plasma field, as you said, he's been top net worth for most of the game. He's been farming neutral creeps really efficiently, playing off map constantly, which makes his rotations a little bit more effective as well, because he's always off map when it comes to Tundra. Now he's got that Hand of Midas, picking up tier 2 items as well.
And like, think about what he would buy, right? If he buys a Yasha, I think they might just lose. Like, how does Yasha help him more than this Midas? Yeah, it's a negligible advantage. A little bit of move speed, sure, but you want to have scaling power. The BKB was the key item, and it's why Tundra are afraid to fight.
I know we're talking about it a lot, but I do want to say I think it's impressive that Lorinoff, as a player who doesn't have like a huge wealth of competitive experience, is able to think enough outside of the box and recognize what the actual win conditions of this game are. So I think this Hand of Midas is like it goes to show a bit of sophistication as a player.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Lorinoff, I'm with FNG. I think this guy's the real deal. He shined at the major, and so far he's been the player in this series that I think has made the fewest mistakes.
Tundra?
Can they close?
I'm clicking around on heroes, making sure. Yep, no, there's definitely nobody with a smoke.
No, they're just chilling.
They're 5 men together. I think a smoke. Is it coming?
No, you don't need to smoke, Cap. You just defend your side of the river. It's siege warfare. If you've got time, I expect you do have time before the next team fight. Go pull out one of your history books, specifically 900 to 1100 AD in the pre-English era.
And we're just learn about siege warfare. Is that what you're saying?
If you've studied the history of ancient cities like Wessex, you will better understand the makeup of this game.
Okay, so in the Tundra versus AS Monaco Gambit, who's the catapult and who's the trebuchet?
That I don't know, but in this case, it would be AS Monaco representing the Danes and Tundra as the amalgamation of the English trying to defend their homeland.
Well, apparently Hookshot is equally as hard to hit on enemies. Vada unable to grab immersion there, but maybe they can still catch. Afterlife is really far out here. Does manage to blink Hex, and yeah, this is going to be a dead Tide Hunter, though it's going to take a bit, maybe too much, in fact. He's willing to turn around, and he goes for the Ravage. His allies aren't here yet. They're going to turn around and kill Afterlife pretty easy. Okay, never mind. He's able to walk away. He actually forced out a BKB of 9. I can't tell if that was the smartest play I've seen from the series, or that was just a bit of good luck. Either way, Ein is going to be the one left behind there. Damn, Afterlife just ravaged and got out. Okay.
All right. And I love that Lorinoff, he unfortunately up into the air. As he comes down, he panics a little bit. He did have a ward, but fearing an instant stun, just pops BKB TP's base. So they used all spells, got nothing, lost an AA. We'll call that a draw for both sides.
Yeah, weird situation to be sure, just because the entire game state seems to be both teams kind of okay with this game stretching out. Obviously, 3 minuses on the side of Tundra.
What a scan. He scanned that, so he'll survive. He was walking straight into death, snaking with the fresh blink, and 3-3, because the Agnibs will have his ult up again.
Yeah, that was actually a really smart read, knowing that his BKB was on cooldown. An aggressive smoke gank like that would have been very effective.
That's some next level, because he could have assumed that Snaking was also buying a Midas, but he had the blink. He was ready for that initiation.
Hookshot just barely off the mark there for immersion. We'll call that unlucky. 7-13, 23 minutes in. 4-staff soon for immersion. What are our Midases picking up on the side of Tundra? Blink Dagger soon for 33 after his Aghanim Scepter. Ags coming up next for 9. That'll be the big power spike for Tundra. That's why they're just kind of content with chilling out.
I was gonna say, we haven't even commented on Dream.
Yeah.
He's just been chilling. 0, 2, and 1. It's all vibes right now. Lorinoff involved in 10 out of the 13. Ein also playing a solid game. But
you know, that phrase never makes sense. Vibes. There are lots of different vibes.
vibes is just it's,
Chill vibes.
Okay,
Sure.
vibes are.
It's
You
chill
know
vibes.
how? Who would
Yeah.
you say? Give me like an example, Cap, of a really close friend who you feel like you always just spend time with.
Do you want me to say you?
Cap? No, just you can say whoever you want. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but vibes
No,
are
go ahead,
just
Kyle.
You
Kyle,
invite
go ahead.
over. You just invite. It's the person that's just like, hey, what you doing? Nothing. You want to come over? Okay, sure. And maybe you just chill on the couch and don't talk, right? But it's vibes. It's good stuff.
Okay.
And that's
Alright.
Dream playing this game. Now they're into Roche. They've got a lot of minus armor and the Ravage threat, but 3-3's on his way. I don't think they're in time.
Yeah,
stopped
I mean,
the
this is
Midas,
going
Cap.
down fast. There goes the flare, but unfortunately, Tundra gonna be a bit late to this one, and Roshan's dead before they can get there. And now Tundra needs to decide whether or not they're going to fight into the ages.
May the drow keep you safe.
Dire's middle tower is under
Now that at least they get control of the triangle and an advantage. So from Tundra's perspective, if they weren't trying to fight 5 minutes ago, I don't think they'll want to fight for another 5 minutes. They're closing on the
Yeah, I mean-
Aghanims on 9. He has his BKB already. So they're approaching just like the I win button phase of the game where they pop split, cataclysm, hook, lion stun, and theoretically kill everyone.
To be fair, you said, like, I don't know how to counter Cataclysm. The only real way is 4 staffs, right? And if you look at the side of AS Monaco Gambit, literally 4 of them have 4 staffs.
Are fortified.
That's a great point. That is the counter to Cataclysm.
As long as you don't get caught by some, like, really big stun, but they don't have, like, Tidehunter Ravage, right? To disable everybody from being
No,
able to
that-
get off 4 staffs, so.
That's actually a really good point, Cap, because the 4 staff's obviously the best answer to Clockwork. But
Yep.
something that made, I think we were casting it, we were raged a bit because VP, when they were playing Nigma, if I'm not mistaken, it was mind control on the axe. And anytime he taunted somebody, there'd be a Cataclysm. And VP had 0 force staffs, like absolutely 0. And you're correct. Like, you've got plenty of time to displace your ally. And theoretically, ASM Monaco Gambit should be able to outspace in the engagement. But the fear is just how will they deal with the 33 Brewmaster? Do you think they'll have the damage to kill the Brewlings post-split?
I don't know. How does so the Brewlings should disable marksmanship.
Yes.
So I
the Earth
feel
Spirit
like-
one does.
Yeah, so I feel like you're gonna have a hard time being able to kill them without marksmanship. And like it's not like they have this really fast damage. It comes in like Tidehunter and Razor, you know, they like Tide doesn't put in a huge immense amount of damage. Maybe once he gets level 25 it gets better, but and then Razor's so single target that the multiple Brewlings is gonna be hard to be able to kill all of them. So plus he can always just bring it back whenever he wants to, right? Thanks to the Aghanim Scepter. So
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I don't actually know if Earth Panda, because Earth Panda carries the auras, but I'm not sure if it counts as the hero unit that would disable marksmanship. And I can't find it on either hero's wiki page. So I would have
I'm
to
gonna go
test
ahead
it.
and say at least the Earth Panda does. Marksmanship, is it only disabled by hero and like creep hero units?
Well, that's the
Or
thing,
is it
because it's not
by
disabled
others?
by Bear. It's only heroes.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's enemy hero within
Oh.
400 range. So traditionally, Drow late game has been a counter to the Brew because you just deal so much physical damage. And if you're able to go toe to toe with an Earth Panda and not lose marksmanship, I think that's pretty strong, right?
Yeah, yeah. Now there is still the problem that he is gonna have to be BKB'd. Otherwise, he's just gonna get tossed up in the air, right? In
Correct.
most of these fights, they just toss him up in the air and go for everybody else.
Muy bien, los chiquitos.
Oh, other reason I think that the marksmanship is so good against DOTA is that the procs don't miss. So it's a straight up counter to the evasion talent in a way. Cuts it in half.
Okay. Yeah.
And in addition, very good against potential butterfly.
And there's just more late game options for Drow than there ever has been, right? You could get the Aghanim Scepter at some point in time. I think the Shard is actually a nice buildup when you get like Scotty and then the Shard. You've got this like double stacking slow that it puts on these heroes. So trivia time. How many Medusa illusions have been killed so far?
I'm going to go with... You go first this time.
They don't have anything that instantly kills illusions. So again, I'm going to say not very many. I'm going to go like, I don't know. They just haven't been running into each other. So I'll say like 5 or 6. I'll say 5.
I'm going to go with 7.
Okay. 13. Oh my God. We were, I mean, add our number together and we almost hit it. I feel like they just haven't been running into each other at all. It's literally just been a bit of a farming game.
Wait,
I would have thought like 13 if they had like a lion or something that instantly kills illusions.
Can we get a quick check on the Midas cooldowns while we're paused? Okay, so 84 seconds.
Cedar has his off cooldown.
He's got to use it on the catapults to get the timing closer with
Yeah,
his invoker.
or
do you just kill it?
He's trying to do now.
And Midas something else.
No, you definitely Midas catapult. Catapult is pretty decent experience, if I remember.
Okay, that's a good point. He is trying to get that level 20
He's trying
talent.
to get level 20, right?
Okay. Let's see.
A catapult is worth 88 experience. So like not as much as being able to kill like a hard camp creep, but considering the fact that there's no other creeps nearby, he definitely wants to kill the catapult.
So, thank you. Oh man, who is this? Scriff? It's probably Scriff because JJ never puts in enough effort to his observing, if you ask me. But Scriff's always A+.
Jesus Christ! Shout out to both of our observers, JJ as well as Scriff. They have done a wonderful job.
JJ's got 4 monitors. He still misses first blood.
And Kyle is just giving his friends a bit of shit. He loves both of them very much. Please, viewers, do not take Kyle seriously. You don't take his analysis seriously, so don't also take his comments about our wonderful observers seriously either.
Yeah, and while we've got a pause as well, just a quick shout out to all our VIPs. I see Gunner, Dota, Coddle Guy. Got Fogged in here, Lyrical, Moxie, Nomad, Knoxville, Sheaver Gaming, the queen herself, taking some time out of her day to grace us with her presence. Thank you, Sheaves. I carried her earlier today as Bristleback.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You guys played a little party queue, huh? Left me out? Shame.
We invited you, and you said no.
What the? That's just a lie. I wasn't around.
Bro,
I wasn't on my
emailed
computer,
you myself. Check your inbox. It's 100% there.
Hold up. I'm getting on my email right now, Kyle.
Okay, don't you? I didn't do it. I didn't think you were actually going to check it.
Yeah.
We got Quinn Dota. Shout out to the Quincy crew, guys. You're still in Keith. Let me know. Well, I would say let me know if you want to hang out, but you know, that's a 2020 play. Not anymore.
If you guys are just now tuning into this tournament and you're wondering what this is indeed not the major. That is over. This is the ESL One Summer, and we have a combination of mostly European teams, but we've actually got some teams that have stayed over from the major, such as the Southeast Asian team T1 that did very well at the major. They're here. Quincy crew stayed over in Europe as well, so they are here. And right now, the current field looks like in the upper bracket, Virtus Pro managed to take down OG, and they're going to match up against Alliance in the upper bracket semifinal. Alliance, who managed to beat Team Secret. Meanwhile, Team 1 versus Quincy crew is going to be happening tomorrow. That is a hype matchup. We managed to get a rematch of the upper bracket semifinal of the major. And then right now in the lower bracket, if you missed it, the last series, we saw both Secret and Liquid take an early departure from this tournament. And right now we're trying to see who else is going to be leaving ESL One Summer. Right now, Tundra needs to be able to claim this win. Otherwise, they're going to be eliminated. And then on the B stream, we also have Viking GG versus Team Unique. So be sure to check that one out as well.
Okay. Quick, sorry, I didn't say oh no. I'm actually very excited that Quincy and T1 are still here. But I thought Lornov, he got me. He said 5 more minutes, guys, but he was lying. Also, reporter in the field has gotten back to me. The Earth Panda does disable marksmanship, but it doesn't disable PA blur. Why? Well, I don't know.
Weird.
But that's how it works.
Are scanning.
What? Who got that for you? Who tested that out?
I cannot reveal my sources.
You can't reveal your sources? Seriously?
Just in case
I feel like
they're
you're just
wrong.
depriving somebody of credit for their work. No? Okay. 1,000 net worth lead for Tundra. And as it stands right now, we may not... Okay, no. There's definitely going to be play here. Dream is about... I was going to say he's about to die, but 9 is running away. So maybe they're not going to do anything here.
No,
I guess because he has an Aegis, they don't want to risk getting caught. Well...
Not doing anything seems to be the name of this game. 3-3 has had an Aghanims for what, 15 minutes now? I don't think he's used the second split.
Yeah.
And he's being hunted.
Kind of, yeah. At the same time, Fana is
What?
right behind him, leading off with the Impale. Before Dream is there, they might be able to catch Fana instead, though. Bouncing off of the cogs with the Spike Carapace active. Just cute little move by Immersion.
I dig Lornov's build, by the way. His net worth, you can see why he went for the Midas, right? Because even with its second item and 604, he's still fallen to 4th net worth just because of the nature of his hero. But I think the Blink is the way to play this. He wants to get right on top of the DOTA or the Invoker, Link BKB. And entering the fight is the difficulty. You have to deal with the potential Blink initiation, the Clock Hooks, the Brew Tornado. Now he's able to get optimum positioning and then just pop BKB.
They're trying to sandwich Tundra right now, but they do just barely dodge the slammer here. Moving up the side lanes, the Ice Blast getting thrown out to see if they can find anybody behind this tier 1 tower. Dream has just decided it's time to use this Aegis as aggressively as possible, as they're going to be able to backdoor this tier 1 tower, and they still have their Razor pushing down the mid lane. Immersion's looking for an opening, does manage to fight it onto Snaking. He gets bursted down almost immediately. A buyback coming out from him. 4-staff, double 4-staff, getting Immersion out of harm's way. And the rest of AS Monaco Gambit just regrouping now on the high ground.
This is, I feel like this is one of those games that the first fight kind of decides everything. Wouldn't be surprised to see buybacks thrown at it. Dream would really like to finish his Scotty before things get ugly, though, as would Skeeter with his Daedalus.
Well, he's got it now. Just buys it out. Courier was already in place on the secret shop, so he's going to have it before this next team fight happens. How much longer in the Aegis? 10 seconds. So count on Tundra if they want to take the fight to force an initiation real soon here. 33, looking to be able to dodge the silent follow-up hook shot straight up onto. Here comes the Cataclysm. The 4-staff does manage to get him away, but he's in deeper doo-doo now as Dream pops Manta, BKB, TP out. The physical damage, though, is too much. He dies before the TP can complete AS Monaco Gambit. They were a little bit too bold in their positioning, and Tundra punished them quite so.
Well, what?
Dire are scanning.
Kyle, you've been real confused today.
Middle tower is under attack.
Well, I'm just looking at the alacrity. An 82 attack speed, 94 damage. It is pretty much what's going to give Skeeter the edge here as this game continues. Now with the Daedalus, I love that decision because you don't really fear a butterfly, but whenever you get so much steroid in terms of the DPS, Daedalus just becomes such an insane item. So it feels like he's 2 items ahead, even though it's just 2,000 gold over the Drow. No clue what Gambit were doing in that position with Drow, their most forward hero. He just got hooked into Cataclysm, though. They didn't have time to wait for him to spin around, so he has to be forced away from the Cataclysm. but it's into the waiting arms of Skeeter's Dusa. 3-3.
Oh, 33, almost getting spotted out there by the plasma field, but never mind, the Nyx Assassin's just able to read that positioning. He does have a gem, but look at the spider legs go. He's able to pop his ultimate and should be able to get away from here. He's going to turn around, throw the pandas at them, but of course he can always use the primal split cancel to jump onto the storm panda, so it's not like he's putting himself in danger at all. As long as he actually hits the button, which he does. I've seen Brewmasters forget to hit the button, in which case you automatically go back to the Earth Panda if you're not careful.
Dire structures are fortified.
6K gold lead. Tundra putting on a clinic. How to win a game without having to risk losing a fight. And I don't think they're afraid of a fight. They're just not in a hurry. Great positioning for them right now.
The scan is going to go off. They know heroes are here. And Medusa, they're going to set up. Okay, killing Fana first. That's going to be an easy one. But the bigger initiation is going to be around this Titan Hunter. The Cataclysm, forward staffing away. 0 damage really being done to the 2 frontline heroes. Pine cops one of them, but ultimately it's 2 support pink ops for AS Monaco Gambit.
Cap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went for a walk earlier. I was playing Pokemon Go. I captured a Psyduck, and I haven't really recovered since. Because right now,
you're in a constant state of confusion. Is that what you're saying, Kyle?
Correct. And I don't. I'm not getting the right rolls to remove it. Tundra. I believe if they just plant their Medusa between enemy heroes and they just take a fight. This is their time to go, you would think. Roshan is going to spawn in 3 seconds, and AS Monaco Gambit, they're going to see it pop. There it is, and they're going to say, oh, ding, ding, ding. We got to go for this. Who would take the shard?
My bet is Drow Ranger, because like I said, I already think that shard's pretty good.
You're right. That's probably the move.
Confusion could be healed by switching out the confused Kyle. Can we get a co-caster to switch out with Kyle? He's a little bit too confused right now.
I'm sorry. What? How long did you have that ready? Did he know about bitter berries?
Holy shit! Spider legs! Oh, what a pick-off! That was a massive one. Shout out to Ein there for being able to have the Ice Blast in the right position to reveal. Now they're going to be able to catch. Okay, that's not good. Life number 1 of the Drow got BKB on the second one, so should be able to TP away. Cataclysm. Okay, it's not enough. It's not enough. He's good. They're trying to catch more heroes, so 33 looking to be able to tornado somebody. Just comes off cooldown. If he spots immersion, he can get him, runs past him. Oh no! Misses out on both the support kills.
Mass TP is coming mid now, but they're a bit late. And Tundra, they're playing a little sluggish today. I feel like part of it could be, of course, we're in the summer months, record highs. This team seems to be better suited for winter weather.
Okay. What's that layer of frost in the Tundra that rarely melts until, yes, the permafrost. The permafrost layer is coming down in summer, so mosquitoes are flying around and shit.
Gonna have a blue ocean event in the Arctic by the end of this decade. Very exciting times ahead for humanity. I'm personally very excited.
I can tell. All right, a BKB for the Medusa. I thought AS Monaco Gambit was going to go for a smoke. Afterlife has a boots of travel as well. Both of these teams are just itemizing, saying like, you know what, screw it. This game's going to go to like 60 minutes. So everyone needs a scaling item, it seems. Yeah, 60 minutes. That's my prediction.
I'm going to go with 60 minutes and 72 seconds.
Okay, Immersion actually starting this one off. They do have the Shivas looking to be able to slow heroes down, but Hookshot does land from Fauna. They're going to be able to get the pushback onto Lornoff. 4 stabs getting around. Nice Ravage, though, 1-3. Unfortunately, Lornoff only just now showing up. Will manage to be able to kill the support. 9, not able to get away either. And look at that. Dream going to work right now on a Skeeter. Demolishes the carry. Now he's going to go for 33's Brewlings as well.
Wait,
fortunately,
what?
the Storm Panda is away. And once again, Kyle is confused.
When did 9 buy back? He just He just died without BKBing. Both he and Skeeter have died without buyback and with BKBs off cooldown. And if ASM Monaco Gambit get a read on this, they might, because they can't go top for Megas. They can just go for the win. They can legit just go for throne, baby.
Barracks are under attack.
They're pinging it. Yeah, go for the win.
I think they're waiting for the rest of the team to maybe show up, make sure they've got everybody. Ancient Apparition just about to come back up, so they will have the Ice Blast for this push. Snaking.
We find the
They're gonna have to
Deso.
find a way. Oh, he's getting the Deso. You're right, Kyle. He's got the minus armor. I think this is just over. 33. He's gonna have to find a way to be able to stall them. He actually does have the shard here with a Void Bruling. They're gonna go for the Drow Ranger first. If they can actually kill the Drow and be nice, trying to chain stun him much as possible. Hex being followed up. Do they have the Finger of Death? They do have the Finger. They're gonna throw it out. Is that gonna be enough to kill the Drow Ranger? PKB being popped, turning around and trying to deal with the Brulings, but the physical damage is a bit overwhelming. Fada getting in front of him, but gets demolished instantly by the multi-shot. Still though, Dream is gonna have to back away. Is gonna TP out. AS Monaco Gambit could have continued their assault, but decide against it, it seems. Wait,
So,
where's the cheese? I don't see cheese.
Nobody, no, they, somebody wants to use it, Cap.
Okay.
So, for Tundra to win the next fight, it's going to be imperative that they use their abilities, Cap. The BKB, very important item. Stone Gaze, also a critical ability to use. Now, they've had a lot of time to prepare, so I'm hoping they'll have that respawn window. They'll have regrouped. Still very much in this game. Yes, they lose a tier 4 in a Rax, but ultimately, I think that's better than losing 2 Rax. I applaud the decision to go Throne. I think maybe if ASM Monaco Gambit go a little earlier, they also are missing a Solar Crest, so no real damage amp for their Drow either. Now waiting for the Ravage to come off cooldown. He's getting a shard. That is an item, Cap. Works on buildings after that. And plus 90 damage.
I think
very
this
underrated.
is an underrated shard, for sure.
100%
I think
agree.
it's amazing. Manta Illusions pushing forward once again. Tundra is looking to take a fight on the triangle around this observer ward. They have it a high ground. Let's see if Dream gets caught in the same situation twice. No, he won't. And he's actually got a flicker, so that's going to help out a lot in this situation, I think.
And they're set up.
They're going to approach, try and deal with the ward. This time they put Afterlife on the front lines and replace a ward with one of their own.
Right under the vision is 9, though. He's got to be careful. He's the one hero on his team without buyback.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Razor's showing himself, but the rest of the team is going to smoke forward. And they may be able to catch 33 here. 33 going for a TPL. They're not going to see him in time, so he gets away. Yeah,
Nice
they
job
knew he was
controlling
here
that.
somewhere, but...
Yeah, I like the items. You know, Eon Disc on the Brew, one on the Nyx Assassin as well. Now a nice lead for AS Monaco Gambit. Tundra have retreated, no longer content with their side of the map. They will now wait within their base, venturing out, though this could be risky. Skeeter, they have no detection down.
Version's gonna be able to catch him with an impale. Do they follow up with the Ravage? Chain setting up the Medusa, and it looks like Skeeter is just dead. He does have a buyback, but Snaking is gonna follow him. Oh, look at this blink forward from Lornoff. He is being aggressive right now. Pop the Eon Disc on 33, who's now gonna go for his ultimate, but Fauna is gonna die as well here. 3 heroes dead, all of them have buyback, but AS Monaco Gambit very likely to force it out of them at this point. 33.
They do.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
33. He's 33. He's not going to be able to get this off. He didn't keep his Storm Panda safe. Now he instantly buys back. The throne is exposed. They have to buy back now. They've got to get in front of this push. Tornado going out. 3-man stun. Fada looking to be able to follow that up with good conks to be able to catch just fine. Cataclysm goes out, but Dream is already getting away. Flicker forward, getting farther out. Lornoff gives him a little bit of helping hand with a push forward. BKB up in 5 seconds. Afterlife is going to be left behind inside of the base. As I've said this before, but I believe this time around there really is no escape. Gets a courier kill before he dies. Meanwhile, Dream jumps forward in the triangle, kills Snake King, and then gets his way back out. Very, Very nice pick off there from Dream, and AS Monaco Gambit feeling good now because they put Tundra in the end game.
For sure. What's Skeeter doing, Cap? Like, he's just standing in the middle of the lane. And there's a Nyx assassin who stuns him, and there's no save. He doesn't have any on disc. There's no counter initiation or save for that Ravage. So Afterlife just says, okay, I guess this works. And they open up on him. And we'll see. Oh, beautiful. Afterlife. He gets the courier before he goes down. That's 125 gold each to his teammates. That's a true warrior. The watermelon may have bursted. But there's nothing I wasn't going to. He got the courier at the end.
He got the chicken? I don't know where you were going with that one, Kyle. We're waiting for Roshan now. Minute 45, AS Monaco Gambit. They're going to force Tundra to come outside of their base and take one final engagement in which they will not have buybacks for. Or Tundra's going to have to freely give up Roshan, which is going to include an Aghanim Scepter, Refresher, like the whole kit and caboodle is going to be there.
Okay, so a couple things, Cap. First off, the Eon disc is now being built on Skeeter, so that won't happen again. Okay. In addition, I've just realized, AS Monaco Gambit. Perhaps, I don't know if you've heard of this ASMR thing. It's all the meta now on Twitch. Okay. I believe they may be lulling Skeeter into a false sense of friction, and they've done it again!
They're not gonna launch it. Ravage going out. Immediately they can follow up with the Impale as well. Skeeter forced out, trying to get him out of here, but he's just dead. Gone for 2 minutes. AS Monaco Gambit were not going to wait for Roshan. They saw the opportunity to end the game, and that's it. Tundra called GG. AS Monaco Gambit 2-0 Tundra, knocking them out of the tournament.
Well, the Aeon disc would have been a great idea. Cap unfortunately was not completed in time, but either way, what a match from AS Monaco Gambit. And shout out to Lauren